Welcome back. My name is Kerry, and today I'm here with a plan to push back on the manufactured home price craziness. I've seen the impact firsthand where people are in the market to buy a new manufactured home, and every time they turn around, the price has gone up. I see it in real life and in the comments on this channel. It's easy to see that people are very frustrated, and I can understand why. The problem isn't only with manufactured homes. The price of all types of homes, new or existing, have, as they say, been going to the moon. We can talk about what's causing price increases till we're blue in the face, but at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. Right now, I think our time is better spent coming up with ways that we can save money on a purchase, even if it's just a little bit, because there are people that are ready and willing to buy that just need a place to live. What I'm gonna do is share a few ways I've personally seen work to save money on a new home purchase, and then tell you how I'm going to be able to sell a double wide under market value later this year. If you successfully purchased a new manufactured home this year and got a good deal, even with all the craziness going on, let us know in the comments how you did it, and hopefully we can help someone else who's in the middle of pulling the trigger on their home get a good deal as well. Let's get into it. The problem we're facing is prices just keep going up. So who can we blame? Nobody. There's no point, and it would be a waste of time. The factories are swamped and their suppliers are swamped as well. Imagine trying to sell a product that right now takes 7 months to a year from the time it's ordered to the time it's built, and the prices of everything you need to build that product are jumping around sometimes as much as 10% in a week. It would be very easy for the factories to end up upside down on a bunch of houses they sell if they aren't extremely careful with their pricing. Same goes with the dealers. We're getting price updates almost weekly right now, so everyone has to adapt or risk losing their shirt because business as usual has pretty much gone out the window. This is the way it is for now. If you're buying, you might be stressed out, but I truly believe there's always a deal to be found. It might just take a different approach because current market conditions are anything but normal. Over the years, I've picked up a few simple strategies that I've seen work to buy existing homes in parks and new homes from dealers and get a bit of a discount. If you're looking for an existing home in a park, the very best advice I can give you is get to know the park manager. These folks have a pulse on what's going on in the park better than anyone because they're usually in contact with the people living in the park quite frequently. In a lot of cases, they live within the park, so trust me when I tell you, they know what's going on. People thinking about selling might not tell them directly, but they've got a beat on what's going on. So if anyone is going to find out about something potentially hitting the market, they are. Tell them you're interested in living in the park and to let you know if they hear of anything coming for sale. I would definitely check in with them more than once, maybe once or twice every month, but not too much because that might just be annoying. Here's the thing. I think deep down people like helping other people, so if they know of someone that wants to buy and then hear of someone else who's getting ready to sell, they're naturally going to want to make that connection. You want to make sure that they think of you as soon as they hear of someone that wants to sell. I do it all the time. Even when I have nothing for sale, I'll still try and think of someone who might be selling so that I can connect that buyer with the seller. The next thing I've seen people do that seems to work but takes a lot of patience is handwritten letters. I've never actually done this myself, but I've seen people buy homes this way, and I've seen one person sell their home this way, and that's enough to tell me that it works. The reason I thought of this is because yesterday, out of nowhere, a moving truck showed up at my neighbor's house and they started moving out. Their house wasn't listed for sale, so whoever bought it somehow got to them before it was even known that it was available. Basically, all you do is you find an area that you want to live, pick the houses in that area that you like, and then you sit down and you write down a good old-fashioned letter telling them who you are, why you went to live on that street, and a little bit about yourself. You finish the letter by letting them know if they're ever considering selling their home to please contact you. A lot of people don't even think about selling their home until they know that someone wants to give them money. This is the exact reason realtors send out those mailers offering free home valuations. They show up, tell the people what they think the home is worth, how fast it'll sell, and say there's a lot of people looking for homes right now. And then all of a sudden the people think, maybe I should sell my house. Before the real estate mailer or your handwritten letter arrives, they might have just been living their life, not really paying much attention to the real estate market until they find out someone is serious about buying their home. How serious? Serious enough to sit down with pen and paper and write out in a few more words, I want to buy your house. It gets people's attention. Both of the first two scenarios involve buying a home before it hits the market, which can be a little bit trickier because that means there isn't a real estate agent involved. I'm not against real estate agents. In fact, the opposite is true. I think they bring a lot of value to the table. The problem for buyers is that as soon as a home is listed in a park right now, there is just so much competition. And that's what we're trying to avoid. I have seen people bring in a realtor after the fact to help with the paperwork and to facilitate the sale, and then they just paid them a consulting fee. Finally, let's get to new manufactured homes from dealers. In a white hot market where factories have massive backlogs, it isn't going to be easy to get a deal. But it also isn't going to be impossible. How do I know it's not going to be impossible? Because I am getting ready to give a deal later on this year. With this strategy, what you want to do is look for something on a dealer's lot that's been there for at least 2 years that they're going to want to get ready to upgrade. The more flexible you can be on the timing and possession date, the more likely they're going to be to give you a deal because they're going to have a ton of orders coming down the pipe right now. And the flexibility you can offer is going to give them more incentive to want to work with you and to give you the deal. If you've been around my channel much, you already know that we purchased a lot for a double wide that we're going to be starting work on April 21st. For that lot, we decided to move this office that I'm sitting in instead of buy something new. The office is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1,560 square foot home that was built in 2017, which gives me some wiggle room to give someone a deal this year. If you're wondering why I would give someone a deal in a seller's market rather than just try and get as much as I can for the house now, it's because I think there's more benefits in the long run. Let me explain. The person that I gave first crack at this deal bought a double wide from us in 2016. I gave her a good deal on that house as well. 1 year later, her sister bought a single wide from us. Now, here we are 5 years later, and she wants to buy another house. By giving her a good deal 5 years ago, it turned into 3 good deals. Everybody wins. She hasn't decided for sure if she wants to buy it, but I have given her first option. If not, that's okay. Someone else will get a good deal, and who knows, maybe that will turn into 5 more good deals. Long story short, look for existing show homes that have been there for at least 2 years, because right now that could mean as many as 8 price increases. They're gonna be hard to find, but like I say, it's not impossible. If you're in the market right now to buy a manufactured home, existing or new, there are ways to increase your chances of getting a good deal. It will take more effort, it will take persistence, and it might be annoying at times, but if you get the deal, it's gonna be worth it. Talk to as many people as possible and let them know what you're looking for, because people like making connections and word of mouth is powerful. I see in the comments, people are finding good deals. So if you're one of those people that found a good deal this year, let us know how you did it. That's all I've got for today. If you like manufactured home videos, make sure to subscribe to my channel because I got new ones coming out every single week. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.